Summer has arrived in Europe, everything is blooming, and today I'm going to show you how to build a sunflower in Lego Fortnite. Using only 3 pieces in the game, you don't need any additional sets. This is the first flower of many that I plan to build. If you have a suggestion or a special flower you'd like to see in Lego Fortnite, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to build it. Alright, let's get started. The beginning is really simple. We use the starter build set that everyone gets at the beginning of the game. Take a 2x4x12 wall and stack it up as high as you like. In this case, we are going 8 walls high. And now it gets a little trickier. For this part, you'll need a lot of patience. We are going to create a nearly perfect circle with a method developed by DDD Designs. You'll find a link to his channel in the video description, and I first saw it on Kaboom's channel and it's honestly incredible. So a huge thank you to Triple D Design for all the hard work you put into this. To create the machine that let us build a perfect circle, we are going to start with a small foundation, then we'll put a free spinning swivel on it and center a floor piece on the top. That's what mine looks like. Yours might be a little different, but I'll explain all of that in a minute. First, we need to decide on the size of the circle we want to build. Mine is based on a centered Pleasant Park floor, 8x2x1 on the swivel. Then we move 4 spaces to the left. Once you've decided on the size of your circle, build the pillar all the way down, attach it to the ground, and disconnect from the main structure. Disconnecting both pieces is really important. I spent about an hour trying to figure out why my swivel wasn't working, and the moment I disconnected them, the problem was solved. Now we need to put down 2 floor pieces of your choice. The top one will be the starting point of your circle. And now we get to the moment when we want to make the swivel move. It might seem simple, just put a balloon on it and it should spin, but it's not that easy. This is the most experimental part of the whole building. I'm almost 100% sure that if you build your swivel exactly like mine, it might move differently. There are a lot of factors that affect it. It depends on what kind of floor you're using, how close or far your balloons are from the center, whether they're placed side by side or diagonal, and even how high up you're building in the world. So if you're struggling with this up in the sky, so you can skip the first part and build the flower on the ground. The same structure works much better there. Okay, I put a normal balloon on the left front corner of the floor piece and an activated one on the right back corner, so they're diagonal. Now I'm putting the first balloon on channel 3 that let us control them with a switch, turning them on and off. Usually that would affect whether we spin left or right. But you know swivels, they're kind of like cats, they do whatever they want to, and up here in the sky, instead of turning left or right, turning it on just makes me spin faster. So now as you can see, it's moving really slow, and I can control the speed by moving forward or backward. If it's going too fast for you, just add some weight, and if it's going too slow, remove a few pieces. Once you find a speed you're comfortable with, point at the top of the floor piece, but be careful, do not snap. And move back those 4 spaces, just like we did before with the pillar. Now there's going to be a short moment when the piece turns green. So while you're spinning, keep clicking the button to place it. Be ready, you need to time it just right. And there we have it, our circle is done. That was the hardest part of the build. Now we are going to add the center and the bottom of the flower, that part is super easy. Actually, the rest of the building is ridiculously simple, so I'll show most of it in a time lapse. Enjoy! For the first layer of the green half walls, I'm trying to place them just a little bit higher without counting and all the way around. For the second layer, first we're going to put a floor piece directly underneath here. This will help us to get the spacing just right so we can close up all the gaps later on. Now we have to close up the bottom with some brown floor pieces. And now it comes the moment when the first support pillar is in our way. So this is the moment of truth. If we did everything right, we can destroy the pillar and the structure should stay exactly as it is now. But before you destroy it, make sure to connect the floor piece in the middle with the floor piece underneath. Now you can easily fill in the floor underneath the circle, and there we have it, our basic structure is complete. Now we need to add the petals and leaves. In this circle we have space for 6 nice petals, and we are going to place them evenly, one directly across from the other, so we get a nice balanced look all the way around. First thing you need to do is put small floor piece on the circle where you want to build your petal. If you don't do this, you might get a message that the object needs to be aligned. But with a floor piece underneath, it's not directly touching the circle and you shouldn't have any issues. Now that the spacing is done, we need to shape it into a petal. To do that, you'll need a floor piece 8 by 2 by 1. Snap it to the side and move it up 2 spaces. Sometimes it won't let you move up 2 spaces because it's touching nearby piece, but that's okay, just move 3. I mean, it's flower, it's nature, not everything has to be exactly the same, and this little bit of variation adds texture, shape, and makes it look more realistic. Next, add 2 of those pieces in the front, followed by a smaller one, a 6 by 2 by 1. Then take a 4 by 4 by 1 floor piece and place it underneath on the outside, letting it stick out by 2 spaces. After that, grab a 6 by 2 by 1 floor piece and let it stick out by 2 spaces as well. Now we just need one more 6 by 2 by 1 on the inside and the shape is ready. Repeat it for each petal. Now we are going to add a bit more shape to the bottom of the flower and attach some leaves. Now it's time to make the petals yellow. For this we'll need the small yellow seeds from Shogun Ballast. Just place them on the top of the leaves, following the floor pieces you used to build the base. And look at that, it's already looking great. The colors really make a big difference. But we want to make it as realistic as possible, and sunflowers have that center part that kind of sticks out. And we're going to create that using floor pieces and fence corners. And that's how it looks like in the end. I really like how it came out. I hope you do too. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.